Before buying batteries, solar panels, and other solar components, you need to know your total daily energy consumption. So in this video, I'm going to show you the different methods you can use to calculate your daily energy consumption because you need this information to properly size your solar power system. So the first method is using your electricity bill. So this is my monthly electricity bill. So in your electricity bill, you will see your energy consumption. It is in kilowatts hour. You see like this kilowatts hour. So for example, if in your bill you have 900 kilowatt hours, this is what you're consuming every month. So if you want to know what you're consuming every day, you just divide this 900 by 30. This will give you 30 kilowatt hours. So it means every day you are consuming 30 kilowatt hours. This is the same as 30,000 watt hours. You just multiply this by 1,000 to convert to watt hours. Now to convert back to kilowatt hours, you divide this 30,000 by 1,000. So you will have 30 kilowatt hours. Then if your monthly electricity bill is 150 kilowatt hours, you just divide this by 30. This is 5 kilowatt hours or 5,000 watt hours. The 30 here is 30 days in a month. So this is how to make use of your electricity bill. But this will be accurate if you have stable grid in your area and you want to install your solar power system to reduce your electricity bill. That's the money you're using to pay for electricity every month. If it is expensive and you want to reduce the cost, you can use your monthly electricity bill to know your total daily energy consumption. This information is very important because your daily energy consumption is what you use to size your battery bank and also to size the number of solar panels that will be able to generate the energy. So this is the first method. Now, if you don't have your energy bill, the next method you can use is list down all your appliances that you connect to the solar system. For example, you have your TV, you have your fan, you have your decoder, you have your router, your fridge or refrigerator. List down all the items. Then pick any of them, like the TV. Go to the back of the TV. You will see a label. On that label, you will see power consumption. Power consumption, it will either be 60 watts, 50 watts, 100 watts, depending on the size of TV you are using. Then from here, you know that this is the power rating of my television. If there's no power consumption, you'll always see voltage and current. So the voltage, like in Nigeria, you have 220 volts. Then the current, for example, maybe 0.5 amps. So if I want to know the power rating of this appliance, is to multiply 220 volts by 0.5 amps. So the power rating of this appliance is 110 watts. But I want to know the daily energy consumption of this appliance. So if it is 100, that's the power rating is 110 watts, then I'll now ask myself, how many hours per day am I going to make use of this appliance? If I'm going to make use of it for 5 hours, I will multiply this by 5 hours. So 110 multiplied by 5 hours will give me 550 watt hours. That is this watt multiplied by this hours. So you have watt hours. So this is the daily energy consumption of this appliance. So I will do the same thing for all these other appliances. Then I'll now sum them up. I'll add all of them together to get my total daily energy consumption. For example, if this appliance, for example, if it is a TV and there are two pieces, I'll multiply this 110 multiply by 2. Then I'll now multiply by the 5 hours. That is the power rating of the appliance multiplied by the quantity. The quantity here is 2. Then multiply by the number of hours you are going to use it per day to get your total daily energy consumption. So it is as simple as this. You can also prepare a load analysis table. You can check my previous videos on YouTube on how to prepare a load analysis table. The load analysis table will sum everything, will make the work easy, and the calculation will be very easy for you. But appliances like your fridge, your freezer, and your air conditioner, their daily energy consumption is different from these other appliances. So I will show you the next step on how to get the exact daily energy consumption of maybe your fridge or your deep freezer or your air conditioner. So this is the second method. List down all your appliances, look at their power rating. We call it the nameplate or the specification sheets. The power rating will now, you multiply the power rating by your runtime hours, how many hours you'll be using it per day. It will not give you your daily energy consumption. If you don't have the power consumption on the appliance, just multiply voltage by current. It will give you the power rating of your appliance and multiply it by your runtime hours. The next method is to use an energy meter or power meter. These two here, they are energy meters. This one has a current transformer. You see a hole here. One of the conductors of the appliance you want to measure will pass through this current transformer, CT, for you to be able to capture, what you are consuming. Then this one is just plug. You just plug it directly to your socket. Then you connect the appliance, say whether it is a TV or a refrigerator, you plug it here and leave it. If it is a fridge, you leave it for 24 hours. It will give you your daily energy consumption. If it is an AC, plug it here and just leave it. It will give you your total daily energy consumption for 24 hours. This one, you can even use it. There's a way you can connect it. If you are using a generator, you can connect it from the source and it will measure what you are consuming, the total load you are consuming in your house. And at the end of the day, to give you your total daily energy consumption. So you will not need to go and check the appliances one after the other, because from here, you will see what everything you are consuming. Anything you connect, it will read on this meter. Anything you plug in will read on this meter. Whether it is a phone, your router, or whatever, all of them will pass through this one here, this meter. So you can use, your power meter or energy meter to measure your total daily energy consumption. This one you need to do this one you use it for every appliance. You plug your TV, you remove it, you plug maybe your water heater, your kettle, or whatever. Then what you should know is that they have their maximum rating. This one is rated for 13 amps. So if it exceeds 13 amps, you will destroy the meter. This one is rated for 100 amps. 100 amps. So this one is higher than this. So you need to know when, before you connect any appliance to any of this meter, you need to look at their capacity. So this will just give you the exact consumption of your appliance. Then the last method, you can use your clamp meter. This is a clamp meter. This one is a Fluke meter. This can measure up to 1000 amps. This one is another clamp meter, but the maximum current it can measure is 400 amps. Then this one here is a digital multimeter. So with these meters, I can also measure my power consumption. From my power consumption, I can know what I am consuming per day. So this one, I'll use it to measure the voltage, the AC voltage of that appliance. Then for the clamp meter, I just need to clamp one of the conductors of where the appliance is being connected to measure the current, the AC current. I'll set this meter to AC. This is current. then I'll change it to AC. It is an AC DC meter. This can measure both AC and DC. This also can measure AC and DC current. So from the current, by the voltage you read from here, it will give you your power consumption. Now multiply it by the runtime to calculate your daily energy consumption. If you are a solar installer, you need this clamp meter. You need to get a clamp meter. This one is the Fluke is a bit pricey as compared to this one, but they have good precision. So whatever you're reading, the values, you are sure of the value you're getting. So as an installer or a DIY person, you need a clamp meter. This will help you even when you are troubleshooting a solar system. By just clamping one of the legs or one of the terminals, it will give you the current. You can know if current is flowing from your solar panel to your charge controller or your hybrid inverter with this clamp meter. You can also know the current your inverter is drawing or pulling from the battery bank with this clamp meter. So from here, it will help you in analyzing your system. So these are the various methods you need to calculate your total daily energy consumption. Knowing your total daily energy consumption is the basic foundation in sizing a solar power system. Without knowing your daily energy consumption, you're just doing a blind walk, because you don't even know what you are consuming. And that is why an installer will come and tell you that a 5 kilowatt hour lithium battery will power your 10 air conditioners, power your water pump, will run all your appliances 247. If you know what you are consuming, you know what is stored in a 5 kilowatt hour battery, then you take efficiency, you take depth of discharge and other losses. You should know that this installer is telling me the truth or he is not telling me the truth. The calculation should rhyme with what you are consuming. A solar power system is not sized based on the size of your building. Rather, it is sized based on what you are consuming, the appliances you are using, the things you are connecting to the solar system. So it is not based on the size. I have 50 rooms, I have 100 rooms, I have 10 rooms. What appliances are you using in that 10 room? Somebody who is living in a small room may be using heavy appliances more than somebody who is living in a large apartment. So it depends on what you are consuming. Like all the methods I showed you, they all deal with electricity, voltage, current, power. So you need to know these things. It is a primary thing when you want to install a solar power system. If you don't know them, then you'll be doing a blind walk and you may waste your money. So don't waste your money. The only way you will not waste your money on solar is when you know what you are doing. You know the capacity of the system that will power your loads. If you don't know them and you install, that is why you hear people complaining, my solar is not working, this and that, the solar shut down, because the basic foundation was neglected. If you want to know how to properly size a solar power system, my online training masterclass on solar system design is coming up on the 2nd of April. So the link is in the description of this video. Click the link, register. You can chat me on WhatsApp to get further information. So in that class, you're going to learn how to design or choose or size the various components of a solar power system. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Do have a lovely day.